I'm gonna give y'all a chance to get in here. Think I love my consciousness. Wait a minute. I think I love my consciousness in the sixth dimension. Hit it on out right now. Right now. I don't even care. I'll run my hands through your hair out. Let me get some music going. Hold on, wait a minute. Now my attention. Hold on, wait a minute. I feel my consciousness in the sixth dimension of my core. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. All right, let me find some music. We about to get started. You left my body in my house. All right. I hope everyone is doing well. Let me notify the members. Let them know we started. And I need to get the music going too. Hey, Selena. How you doing, Pooh? Thank you to everyone who's thumbs up the video. Let me send this off into Discord. Oh, wait, where's the link? Hold on, wait a minute. Feel my attention. Hold on, wait a minute. I lost my consciousness in the sixth dimension. That's my soul's intention. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. All right. Got everything posted. So first off, Takeoff got on me, okay? Let me tell y'all. I am doing great, Selena. Thank you for asking. So Takeoff got on me, honey. Okay, so y'all know I made that post earlier asking, what brought y'all to my channel. And I put the options on there, and then, I had the other. Baby, as soon as I finished, I knew I made a mistake, but I was like, So y'all started coming through and started commenting, was like, take off. And I'm like, and I felt his energy whoosh across me so heavy, y'all. Like, so heavy. So fast forward some time, okay? And I saw the 10:01. And the 10:01, the song that was actually on at that time was Hold On, or is it Wait a Minute? Something like that by Willow. And so listen to that. Pick my phone up a few minutes later. Of course, it's 10:10. So I shuffle the music and it goes to Takeoff. And I believe it was I Remember. Let me go back to the picture. Hey, Erica Pooh, how you doing? Let me go back to it was I Remember. And so it made me think about what I was doing earlier. Between cooking and all that, I was called to go study the book of Esther. Because, in church and all of that, they like to say, oh, be like Esther, all this, whatever. So I'm going and I'm reading Esther or whatever. And I'm sitting here just baffled because I haven't read the story of Esther since like 2012, 13, somewhere in there. And was looking at the storyline of Queen Vashti. And seeing how the king did her because she refused to dance for him and his drunk men, might you add. And the fact that a lot of this is glorified now, and it's made me think about when that Takeoff song came on with the I Remember, and thinking of things from more of a 6-dimensional type of energy. Takeoff, rocket, space, 6-dimensional. It's like our our society is walking into a next level of like consciousness, to where we are literally needing to find this balance between the masculine and the feminine. Like there needs to be a natural balance between the masculine and the feminine. When I say a natural balance, I mean it doesn't need to be geared more feminine. It doesn't need to be geared more masculine. It needs to be this balance. But then even in understanding that, I heard Takeoff like take me even further, and he was just like, there's so much more to this world, to where this time that you think is real is not real. I'm happy your recovery is getting better. Time is not real. And I felt him start to talk about the 6th dimension. And because I found myself, when I was reading the Esther story, right, I found myself getting roused up like, and these men being addicted to liquor, and that's the problem, and da 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 da. And all of a sudden I felt to be like, no, the problem is deeper than that. Like the problem lies in an imbalance. Why do people drink and smoke for the first place? To in a way escape. You know, I don't drink, but I indulge in smoking from time to time. And it's like, it's to, in a way, escape, to feel that sense of euphoria, right? To not feel time. To want to get back to that 6th dimension that your spirit knows you belong in, but you're in this human experience right now. And it's giving this energy of needing to, because you need to remember who you were before this human experience. That's where that I remember energy came from. Like needing to remember who you are in the spiritual, because right now we're just in this current reality, right? This human experience. But we know that we're more than humans because of when we dream. When we dream, we see things that are yet to come. And then when we experience it, we're like, oh, deja vu, I've seen this before. Because we are one with the universe, y'all. It's just that since we've come down to this human consciousness, it's like who we are has been stripped from us. 11:11 on the motherfucking time. Who we are has been stripped from us. Hey, Warren, how you doing, King? It's been stripped. And in it being stripped, it's like our stories have been being stripped. So earlier I was channeling the book of Eli. The book of Eli, it wasn't based on a particular religion, but when you look at a lot of the internal things that was going on in that book, he's a blind priest with this book that he needed to get to a certain place right after this apocalypse. And it made me think about how when society cancels itself out, those who have some level of knowledge still left and stored, they will control the next world. It's like a level of control. So when I was starting to then think about this technology and what's going on with the robots and with them trying to digitize everything and the social credit scores and all of that, it's in a way to try to start monitoring even more the usage, because too many people have been waking up to reality and the truth. Too many people have been waking up. They got to cut the knowledge off. These next 10 years are about to be really interesting. It's like spiritual consciousness versus technological consciousness. And they're about to try to merge them. They're about to try to merge them. This war that we are fighting right now, y'all, they're trying to stop us to see our pure 6-dimensional consciousness. And it was revealed to me more on the creator, but it was revealed not to share it publicly. So I'm gonna be, listen, I ain't gonna share that. Because Takeoff's energy even has a different perspective of creator energy. But this human experience, y'all, this human experience, don't let the human experience take away your spiritual divinity. A lot of us, ooh, that Coca-Cola strong. A lot of us get caught in the human experience and the things that are going on around us and the things that aren't working in our favor and all of this, the human experience, right? When in reality, all that matters is the spiritual, the connectedness, the universal. It's like the ultimate Lucy energy is giving me the Lucy. Oh, he liked that movie. Actually, the movie Lucy. I'm feeling that movie right now. Oh, sixth dimension. And that's what makes us able to connect to the like ancestors. When you're connected within yourself and not ego, it makes you more open to receive and hear what's around you, right? Do you know your own voice? Is what I'm hearing. Do you know your own voice? And you know what's interesting is because I know a lot of people, they, still continue to follow with the Takeoff energy of, wanting to know what the case. But it was a few readings ago when Takeoff was like, he don't even really care about that anymore, because the thing is that in the music industry, they are on a whole nother level of spell work. Okay. And it makes no sense to fight that battle when there's a bigger battle, there's a spiritual battle going on. So instead of trying to just attack one thing, work on the building and the growth and the advancement of the spiritual collective, to be prepared for what's going on around us, to be prepared for the evils that go on around us. So it's like his energy isn't even in a channeling, who did what and the prince and all of them. Like his energy ain't even in that no more. Like it's in the human consciousness needs to remember. I remember the human consciousness needs to remember who they were before this human experience. And as you get back in more in tune and in touch with who you were before this human experience, it will help with you being in this human experience. Because the reality is that this is all a game. And once we leave this game down here, we're about to be right back in the sixth dimension. Like we're about to be right back up there. So just live your best now. Live your best now. Why wait? A lot of organized systems was created to control and to keep like this belief that you don't have this certain level of power, in you. We are a part of the divine. Do I think I'm higher than just the higher power? No, I have a certain level of belief with that. But I do believe that we are of God, we are of the higher power and that energy. And it's like, we got to remember just how much like God we are. Whether you believe in religion or not, there's still clues in the midst of it all. Everything connects, everything is interconnected, which is why when you connect to different religions and things, you notice a lot of similarities, because at the foundation of it, there's a lesson. And the lesson is the sixth dimension. When we say Christ consciousness is not representing, I know we hear Christ and we think Jesus Christ, but Christ consciousness is reaching your ultimate self-actualization. And we're all working towards it. We may unlock different parts at different times. But the more we remove ourselves from the things that keep us from reaching that part of ourselves, the harder it becomes. And so it's given a sense of giving yourself time and space to nurture your sixth dimensional self. And I know this conversation is going to go over a lot of heads because a lot of people are not ready for this. And I was, before going live, I'm like, am I supposed to go live public? Is this supposed to be a member video? Like, what is this supposed to be? And it's like, no, those who need to be here need to be here. It's like, I'm in this season where I only want people around me who are in my village. If you're not in my village, don't be here. You know what I'm saying? And Takeoff's energy was in that. Like, his energy was in that. And I feel a lot of you all who were drawn here to my channel and who stayed here from Takeoff's energy, you were there too, which is what made us that collective energy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is it's given higher level. Welcome to the higher level thinking, higher level conversations. It's time to start having more higher level conversations. That's that Gemini energy. That's Takeoff. You know, we getting ready to go into his season, baby. Okay. We get ready to go into his season. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a real Gemini. Even on Vedic, he was a Gemini. Like, he was communication. He was the technology aspect, well, not full technology, but the communication and perception. Like, perception. Not technology. I don't know why I don't keep saying technology, and it's because right now technology is running perception. But it's time to it's giving a sense of, how can I put it? It's time to start having more higher level conversations. Ask yourself, what do you talk about the most every day? What do you spend most of your day doing? Are you reading new information? Are you talking about things that increases your brain power? Are you gossiping? Are you complaining? Are you sleeping? Like, what are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your time? Because while we're here, time matters. While we're here, time matters. It's not until we get back to that outer dimension when it's non-existent. So how can we start to remove ourselves from time while we're down here? Because everything revolves around time, and it makes me think about channel energy that the divine gave me a little while ago in regards to time. Because I was talking to the divine, I was like, what's up with, people living to be 900 and some years old, and, just all of that. And Spirit revealed at that time was measured by the moon cycles and the stars, which is why they knew what to follow for the birth. And the moon cycle was always the same, and they were able to calculate it that way. So age happened with every full moon, or whichever moon you were born on. When that moon returned to that same phase, that was your birthday. And I'm just like, damn. Thank you, divine. When I started calculating shit, and I was like, dang, on my last birthday, I was 420 years old. Time is defined by how we define it, y'all. And the problem is that we like to take our current understanding of things and attribute it to everything else, without realizing that we're looking at things out of context. And all of these scholars have been looking at, like, oh, because they did this and because they did that and blah, 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 blah. They measured time differently. They measured in scores, and it was some other stuff that they measured in. I can't think of it. But talents, like just yeah. On that note, y'all feel y'all got the vibe? Y'all feel it? Did y'all feel it? Did y'all feel it? At the end of the day, Takeoff's energy is saying you need to remember who you were before your human experience. Once you remember who you were, the human experience becomes easier because you realize you have more power than what you think. You just have to get in alignment with your personal journey, which is why he said, since he passed up on, the time in life of, going to school and all that, to the point where music was his only choice, his only option, because he sacrificed so much, 22, because he sacrificed so much to get there. Thank you, Takeoff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all want to know what else that came to me though earlier? Was most times when we get upset with a person, it's not the person that we're upset with, it's the action and what that action triggered. It's the action and what that action triggered. And most times, what it triggered is something that we still haven't addressed, which is why we sometimes can find ourselves in similar situations over and over and over and over and over and over and over because we haven't broken the spiritual tie that's there. Members, caterpillars, and members on the website, make sure y'all watch the video that I just posted on breaking soul ties because it's making me think of that. Like, I'm going quiet because I have to be. I'm trying to be thoughtful with how I say things or like what's processing in my brain right now because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm trying to put it into like the right words or the right order, I guess you could say, because y'all know I'm a natal Pisces Mercury, so I could be all over the damn place when I talk. Okay. Like a damn fish out of water. Okay. Um, But no, all in all, this energy is saying heal the parts of yourself that has not been healed or touched yet, so you can really enjoy what this human experience has to offer. Unless what you want this experience to be is an experience that, like, we have the choice. And that was something where Gemini energy can be very removed, right? It may not be, one of the most emotional signs and how it views energy and things, which is why he had just a different view when it came to love and relationships and stuff of that nature, right? But it's given a sense of, we be taking some shit too personal. And this is coming from someone that has been through a lot of shit. Those who know my story know my story. And I don't have to keep saying that shit. I don't have to trauma bond tonight. Okay. If you don't know, then you'll watch enough videos to eventually figure it out. Shit. I don't know. But at the end of the day, there comes a time when we realize that whoever hurt us is not going to right their wrongs. So are you going to sit and continuously wallow in that shit? Or are you going to pick it up, heal, and move on? And right now, there's a lot of people who are choosing to wallow in they shit and be victims versus taking the things that happen, identify it, recategorize it, redefine it, take control over it, and change the trajectory of your life. Because the more we live and the more empathy and understanding we have, the more we realize that every damn body has gone through something. We just all go through different varying degrees, and we all can take varying degrees of it. So honestly, us sitting thinking, oh, woe me, this is horrible, weird, that's selfish as fuck. Because we're not giving ourselves the chance. It's like we're allowing the oppressor to win. And the reality is that we do have to reprogram our mind. Don't let too many people say, oh, well, you have to do this. It's a level to it. You got to think, y'all. My background is in therapy. I have a whole master's in it. Okay. Like, I know what a lot of it, they want to keep you in it. Okay. It's a whole business of keeping some people stuck. We don't want to be stuck. We want to heal. And to heal, we got to address and reprogram. Address and reprogram. But we have a lot of people who are choosing to try to jump to reprogramming and not address. Then we have some people who are choosing to just address, but they ain't doing no reprogramming. So they stuck sad too. And we have to get to that place when we're ready to reprogram, And so, I don't know. Those been all the vibes that's been coming to me when I've been thinking about the channel energies around us. Like, there comes a time when we have to still, like, yeah, that happened, but are we going to spend the rest of our lives wallowing on it, or are we going to just create a new reality, Because we have the power to do so. And we don't want to give our oppressors the space and the energy to be like, you have this much power over me, to where I'm still hurt or I'm still changing it took me forever to understand the lines that Wale had said when he said, and my ex has got the power to basically, if I decline or keep the next shawty, like, because he's still stuck on the energy of with his ex. Like, when you still stuck and caught up on things that you ain't let go of, it affects your forward moving. Like, I literally be sitting here researching trauma every day for my dissertation. And I'm just like, this can go in so many different ways. We have some people that go down this path. You have some people that go down this path. And it's just like, what is that one factor that changed it all? It's internal will. Internal will. At the end of the day, Erica. Look, people like we going to church, honey. Okay. The soul food. Look, I come from a line of preachers, honey. That's that high priestess. But that's that being able to see the dark and the light, right? And I'm not afraid to dive into the motherfucking dark. But best believe I'm coming back up into the light though. Okay? Like I'm gonna go in the dark. I'm gonna explore that shit. But I'm coming back to reprogram in the light. I'm gonna feel it. So on the day when I'm having that moment, I'm gonna feel every fucking emotion. Oh, I don't feel like I'm worth it. Oh, I feel like this is horrible. Or I feel like I'm this. Oh, I'm gonna feel it. And I'm gonna ask myself where it came from. And I'm gonna sit there and be honest with myself. And I'm gonna be like, oh, so you believe that? I'm gonna be honest with myself. I talk to myself. And maybe it is my 31, 13, 13. Maybe it is my professional trainer, right? So I can talk myself through some shit. But I try to do that here on this channel too, and it be getting me when like some of the stuff I be getting back, and I just be saying like, you ain't even trying nothing. Like you steady coming with this lack energy, you know. And that's not everyone. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that a lot of people on this channel are like really taking it. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that stops all of us all is self-determination. What is our self-determination? That's what sets us apart in anything, on getting anything done. That's what reprogramming is. That's why I got into doing the subliminals and the like. I'm gonna get back. I got some more I need to do. I know I got some more I need to do. But like knowing we need to reprogram our mind. We've been spending all these years listening to this music. We've been spending all these years doing all this stuff, y'all. And it take all of this to reprogram. Takeoff had to go to the afterlife to realize he had to reprogram. $32.23 on the time. You don't have to go to the other lifetime to see that, y'all. This is like giving a. You don't have to experience everything for yourself to know that it's true. Like, and I mean, some of us hard headed. You know, I was hard headed with some shit. That's how some of us learn. But I'm gonna be here to say that it's easier on the other side of healing, which comes with us addressing and being honest with ourselves. It's okay to acknowledge the dark energy. It's okay to like we were going over the moons and Aquarius, and we were kind of like talking about how moons and Aquarius, they can sometimes really deny their darker energies. Like they can deny the feelings of jealousy that may come up. They can deny all these things because they feel in their head they have to be this certain way, right? But in that, they're denying themselves their personal growth to really manifest the things that they want to manifest because they're trying to create a facade. And it's like on the other side of healing, you now take control of what's going on in your life. You take control of what you can versus you being controlled. And that's the difference. And it's like, what do you choose? What do you choose? You know, I'm hearing now. Damn. Okay, Takeoff. Who do you believe in? By Tupac. You know, listen to him talking at the end of that song. I'm about to pull it up actually. I ain't heard that song in so long. Dang. Let me pull that song up. Okay, so I ain't gonna read that. Y'all need to listen to this song. Y'all really need to listen to this song. Um, It's the end of the song when he talking. And they say some, I can't even think of what it is. I ain't heard this song in so long, but Spirit just brought it to me. So listen to the end of that song. Listen, y'all. The quote unquote elite energy, we know it's real. We know it's true. We know it happens. Okay. It's no hiding that shit anymore. Like, we know what happens, right? They have access to this knowledge. They've been living off this knowledge for hundreds of years. Why do you think to them they created their reality? We have the ability to create a reality. They created their reality and then created the rules for us to follow. They literally are governing us like a motherfucking Sims game right now, okay? And I'm not saying we need to go overthrow. I ain't saying none of that shit. I ain't saying none of that shit, okay? Because I'm not gonna be on nobody's front line. I ain't gonna act like I am. My job is spiritual, okay? Because I believe in self learning and growth and development. And we ain't gotta overthrow shit. I ain't in that. Okay? That ain't me. That ain't my job. But I don't know, y'all. This I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it here. Keep waking up. Keep asking questions. Keep asking questions. Keep researching. Keep looking. I will never tell you to stop. Keep looking, keep learning every day. Like, learn something else about yourself, about the world. That's what keeps your brain going. That's the type of shit that helps keep the brain, the cognition and stuff. Reading clocks, shit. Put your clocks in analog. Stop looking at that shit in digital. I'm trying to get to the part on this song when he was talking. But I enjoyed this chat with y'all tonight. All right, y'all. Think I'm about to sit here and do my hair and go to sleep because we got our member only live tomorrow. And I need to make sure I get y'all email out beforehand. So, the soul of the man and the spirit of the man. It's time to make sure you're feeding your soul and feed your spirit. Make sure you're feeding your soul and your spirit. And then that moves through your body. I don't know. Today's been an interesting day on the messages that Spirit been giving me. Like, it's been real interesting, but I've been taking it. Like, I've been taking it. We're running into a season where it's like we need to get the knowledge while it's available. And that's why I was channeling the book of Eli, because there's going to be a time when we won't have this knowledge again, just like it happened before. Everything is cyclical. So think about the generations after you. What are you doing to keep a record? that it won't be destroyed for your future. Okay, Pools? I love y'all. And as always, always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Y'all know that so period, honey. Okay. Damn, that was the message, y'all. That was the message. Damn. The book of Eli, that was the message. Wow. Like, document and get the knowledge while you can. Because we all have seen it happen. I know when I went to Egypt and seeing that, like, the original Library of Alexandria had been burnt down and stuff, right? Like, and all the knowledge that was in there that people from all around the world traveled to learn, back in the day, the Kemet, the Egypt days, right? Like, where all the knowledge was there. That's where all the greats learned, you know what I'm saying? The Pythagoreans and that's where all of them learned their knowledge. We ain't even gonna get into that. All the philosopher, all that shit, okay? But then how the knowledge got deleted and taken from them, and only a select few still had recollection of it, y'all. We are in the middle of that shit right now. We need to be gathering as much knowledge as possible and passing it down to our lineage. Because it will be another of these happening, and it will be happening to the internet this time, because that's where all the knowledge has been now, is in the internet. Last time it was in the books. People ain't reading books no more. Everything on the internet. All you got to do is like what they did in Germany, put all the damn books and burn them, right? Everything in this world is cyclical. Please pay attention to the cycles. Pay attention to the cycles. They let us know what their move's going to be. I know I keep saying goodnight, y'all. I really mean it now. I just had another message I had to say, and it was just there. I had to get it out. Like, I had to get it out. I felt it so heavy. Like, and maybe that's why I love to write. I published 7 books. I love to write. And the message has been heavy for the past few months on documenting your history and your family history and things of that nature. And so it's a lot of energy on documentation and what you pass down to other people and to your family. Is going to be very important. So, okay, y'all, I'm really going to go now. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all later, okay? Bye.